Because sometimes the sting comes not from patience, but from pure fire. The Scorpion enters the arena against Raju Kasturi in a clash where every move tightens the noose. Here's your challenge. Can you spot the exact moment when the Scorpion began the unstoppable march toward victory? Watch closely and don't blink. The Scorpion begins with his knight, leaping into the arena with purpose. Black responds with a cautious pawn step, shaping a defensive wall. The Scorpion thrusts a central pawn, grabbing space and sharpening his claws. Black mirrors with a pawn push of his own, fighting for balance. Another pawn marches forward, fortifying the center like a shield of steel. Black strikes back with a pawn, refusing to give ground. With precision, the Scorpion trades pawns, cracking open the middle. Black swiftly recaptures, symmetry restored. A bishop glides out, its gaze fixed on the rival's king. Black develops his knight, standing guard against danger. The Scorpion releases his second bishop, pinning the knight, pressure mounting. Black counters with his bishop, defending his knight. Another knight joins the fight, tightening the Scorpion's hold on the field. Black castles, hiding his king behind walls of pawns. A pawn thrust from the Scorpion breaks the center, lines of fire opening. Black shifts his rook across, bracing for the storm. The Scorpion locks the structure with a pawn advance, freezing the battlefield. Black pushes a pawn on the flank, seeking counterplay. The Scorpion drives another pawn forward, seizing space on the wing. Black replies with his pawn, the tension spreading across the board. The queen rises, her shadow looming over the enemy's flank. Black's bishop emerges, blocking her glare. The Scorpion castles, his king safe, his army ready for war. Black lunges with a pawn capture on the queen's side, lines opening. The queen bites back immediately, striking down on the wing. Black reclaims with a pawn, clinging to the balance. The queen hovers forward again, aiming at the rival's camp. Black braces with a knight, reinforcing his defenses. A bishop pierces into position, eyeing the knight with menace. Black counters by sliding his rook across, protecting his line. The queen pulls back slightly, waiting like a predator in the shadows. Black answers with a pawn push, tension mounting in the center. The knight charges in, ripping through the rival's defenses. Black retreats his knight, unease spreading across his camp. The turning point came when the Scorpion's knight tore into the center on move 17. From that moment, the rival was on the back foot. If you were in the Scorpion's place, would you have gone for the knight strike or tried to build the attack more slowly? Tell us in the comments. The queen advances again, her presence suffocating the rival's king. Black's rook shifts, nervously guarding the back rank. The bishop cuts down a knight. The Scorpion strikes with venom. Black recaptures with his bishop, but the cracks are spreading. The rook steps up with authority, commanding the file. Black's queen confronts him, staring into battle. The queens clash. The Scorpion dares to trade away the power. Black accepts, but now the battlefield is bare and open. A pawn marches upward, pressing his grip on the center. A knight leaps forward, aiming to challenge control. The Scorpion captures with knight precision, dominance growing. Black strikes back, grabbing space. The rook slides into position, an iron claw in the middle. Black's rook cuts back, defending desperately. The Scorpion snatches it, unaware of the trap that unfolds. Black slides the rook, threatening the pure venom unleashed. A rook invades the open file, threatening chaos. Black's bishop steps back, tightening his walls. A knight shifts, circling closer to the rival king. Black's rook retreats, his defense stretched thin. The knight strikes, claiming a bishop with fury. Black's king slides nervously, stripped of his army. Another knight leaps into place, building the cage. Black's rook tries to fight back, but it is too late. The rook captures on the open file, relentless pressure. Black's rook retaliates, clinging to survival. The Scorpion's rook trades again, tearing down the defenses. Black's king is exposed. The rook shifts sideways, targeting weaknesses with venom. Black's king stumbles forward, searching for safety. A knight comes closer, the cage tightening. Black king moves, but danger only grows. The Scorpion's knight strikes, capturing a pawn and cutting escape routes. Black king trembles, shifting again. The rook swings behind enemy lines, commanding the battlefield. Black king dodges again, his fate drawing near. A pawn steps forward, another piece joining the hunt. Black king flees further, panic in every step. The knight closes in, standing one step from the final sting. Black king shifts, cornered, hopeless. And then, the final sting. The Scorpion's knight leaps into position, delivering a checkmate. Black king is trapped, the battlefield silent. Victory belongs to the Scorpion.